Hello everybody, welcome back to Satisfactory Update 6. We are still in the experimental branch. This is Maker Gaming with episode 25. Um, 25 seems big. It's half a hundred. So yeah, today we are starting with, we're going to go find out about this tier 5 and 6 that we just unlocked at the end of last episode. See what kind of goodies we're going to get into with the next dozen episodes. It's funny that our we had those versatile frameworks pop in from our last build. We were 8 off. Alright, let's check it out. Vehicle transport. That's the one we haven't unlocked. We could have unlocked it any time. Maybe we should unlock that today. Tier 5, this is our first one. This is the big one. This is the one that gets you your oil extractor and your refinery. With these two things, we can extract the crude oil and then refine it into fuel, and that'll be our next fuel source. We're also getting plastic, rubber, valves to help control water or any fluids in the pipes. Circuit boards. That's good. That's our next part. Let's see, industrial. This one's big. This gets us our manufacturer. And then one complicated part, I guess our first manufacturer part. Well, crystal oscillators also from the earlier tiers. And then we have our next two product parts. They're not going to give us the ingredients for those until we unlock them. This is something I've never used too much. I have used it the first time I got through tier 5. I used a lot of packaging, but I haven't done much of it since. Basically, you can make canisters now, run them through the packager, add fluids to it, and package your fuel, so whether you take it by car, train, whatever, you can take it as a solid. But then also you have to unload it with a packager wherever it's headed. Gas masks with more inventory slots. We should be looking out for all those. We need more inventory slots. There's never enough. Oh, we don't get the fuel generator till we I guess I forgot that. Okay. So our path forward's probably vehicle transport, oil processing, power, infrastructure. Yeah, and that'll also give us our Mark IV belts and our Caterium ore. Wow. So if you don't find Caterium in the MAM, you have to wait all the way till tier 6. That's wild. More inventory slots, jetpack, awesome. Trains. Everything here has to do with trains. And then pipeline 2. This is a big one too. It gets us up to 600 instead of 300 a minute. 300 cubic meters. Alright. But before we get to that, we should really finish out the first tier 3. I'm gonna grab the rest of that. I'll be right back. Alright, we got the rest of the materials. Let's get this unlocked.
Milestone reached. Long-range transportation, as well as the construction of outposts, is now encouraged. Vehicle stations have built-in functionality to refuel and restock or collect parts.
Alright, so yeah, we unlocked the truck station, 3 more inventory slots, and the first vehicle, the tractor. So, yeah, maybe we should work on that today, I guess. It's funny looking back, I picked this spot because of all these resources, and then because the Spire Coast was just beckoning everybody. Big reason for update 6. I just got drawn away. Never even really used all these. I'm sure at some point I'll be back optimizing efficiency, but probably not for a while. We got everything we need at the canyon. You know, I found that cave yesterday based off somebody's comment. Someone else commented, man, might have been 5 or 6 episodes ago when I was doing black powder. He pointed out something in the trees right next to my black powder. Kind of incredible that I missed it, actually. So let's go get a better look at that. What's funny is my last playthrough I had a black powder right in the same area, and I never saw it. Is it over here? No. The name escapes me, so I'll put it up. I'll put it up by text to thank him. So yeah, that's what he pointed out. That damn sure is a cave. I was very close to this all along. Hopefully we get some spiders. Oh wow. Purple slug. The best slug. Oh wow. There's 2 entrances. You know what? I think someone even mentioned... I think someone mentioned running my sulfur spaghetti through a cave, which has to be this. And then I also remember when I was running around this area at the very, very beginning of the game. What up, Ray? I remember coming up to these... It was either those 3 or these 2 mushrooms, just to like marvel at them. Damn, there's a cave right there. I guess well hidden when you're not looking for it. Anybody, there you go. I'll try and be better about that. Anything I find somewhere interesting, I'll try and flash the map so if anyone's interested, they can pause and find the exact location now that we have coordinates up here. Very handy. Alright, does Ray go over our building too? Oh, there's another plain sight slug. I'm gonna have to delete a lot of this. This is just me wondering. The whole plan was not to be wondering. And here I am wondering. In fact, I think I'm gonna quit for right now and make a little list. Good at making lists, trying to stick to them. This will be a cool lookout once we get that a little fuller. You know what? I had a thought. Let me show that thought off real quick, in case it helps anybody. I don't have use for it quite yet, but I will at some point. Let me see if I can figure this out with a barrier. That was easy enough. Alright, so what I was thinking is you have this wall. You know, the whole look we're going for is just a waterfall of materials coming down. But every 3 you have that block in the middle, so I was thinking put something above or below it, which we can do right here, and it's just what made me think of the idea. If we put it at the halfway mark, then we run that belt, we actually have the full waterfall effect. So, I don't know, popped in my head. I don't think I've ever seen that before. With that, we can get a perfect wall. So, that'll be determined by this wall down here. So, it can't go past about right there because of that rock. So, that'll probably be the end point. So, yeah, at some point, it'd be nice to get this waterfall effect. Maybe it probably won't go to there either. Oh no, it will. Oh wow, we could go as far as we want. So that'll be cool. That's a little ways away, but I think it'll look really cool when it's finished, and we'll have every single thing coming off, either being fully utilized or into an awesome sink, so that it's all constantly running. Yep, things to come. All right, let's look at this transportation. So we got the tractor, 25 slot inventory, built-in craft bench, can be automated to pick up and deliver resources at truck stations. Nicknamed the sugarcube by Fix-It pioneers with the justification it's pretty sweet, you know. Whoops. Then the truck station, send and receive resources to vehicles, inventory of 48 slots, transfers up to 100 stacks per minute to from docked vehicle, allows refuel vehicles if it has access to a matching fuel type. Alright, we actually have all the materials for that, so, you know, we unlocked it. Might as well implement it. I don't think I'm going to implement it across the anything right now, really. We just want to see it, so I said in the last episode, I'm thinking that hub building in the middle. I was thinking about it for transportation anyways. We'll put our first truck station there. Maybe route something like reinforced plates or rotors from the starter base. Just put them a little closer. 2 less hyper tubes to go and get those whenever I run out building out here. Till we get to a final storage solution. Final central storage. Hopefully I left enough room. And I think we're just going to stay with our track. Where our hyper tubes, where our power is going, we're just going to go up that decently made roadway. Is it tall enough? Just tall enough. Alright, so you want the claw facing out? Because that's what's going to load up. You know, how do I want to do that? That's decently centered. Alright, so that's our claw. We want it to drop to about right there. We're going to say this is an unload station. Can we make a tractor right now too? Yes, we can. Sorry, the sugar cube. Now, what fuel can we use? Looks like that works. I'm curious if coal works. I don't remember. I don't think it does. It would be great if it did. See how this works. Oh, not bad. I kind of recovered even better than the Explorer. There's our first vehicle, but not our last. Not even for this episode. And then the boost button is... No, I'm just joking. There's no boost. This is your speed. Do we want to build a road? I hope 4 meter was the right choice. God, I really need to go check. I do not want to make the mistake of not matching. So let me go make sure if I'm on the 0.5 world grid or the 1 world grid. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're here to check on what grid we're at. So to do that, we just go 6. Hold control. Oh wait, we want to check with the 4, because we just did it with a... Oh, we did it with a 4, but it's the same as the 2. Does that match? I still can't tell completely if that matches. Maybe it doesn't match. Nope. Alright, so we are actually on the 1 meter foundations here. That's... Alright, that means to match this road, we need to go back to that spot we picked for the other truck station and put it down with a world grid of a 1. Then we can decide on the angle later, but we do want it on the world grid height, like, to make sure everything matches up, especially roads. Now y'all get to skip all this walking, and I don't. I need to just make a hard rule that I always build with 1. Now that I have so many places around the base. You know what? Gotta do it. You're in the way of my road, bud. Where did all those materials go? I didn't even think about that. Thank you, temporary space elevator. You were an excellent temporary space elevator. There's my space elevator. We're also going to have to eventually move that around. We'll leave the assemblers for that now. They're not really hurting our path. And that power line doesn't make sense, but it's not hurting anything either. Well, we can fix that easier. Oh, but that's going to be our truck station. Alright, you're pointless now. Man, I still just love that. I don't know what I'm going to do over here now that the space elevator's gone, but definitely want to utilize this area again. I think for the most part I'm going to try and stick to 45-degree angles, and there is a way with the Z clipping. I think from Stinarchi I saw this. Let me see if I can figure it out, and then I'll show you after the fact. Maybe it's the barrier? Probably the barrier. It's always the barrier. It is the barrier. Okay, he said right before it turns yellow. It worked. What a badass. Thanks, Stenarchy. That's awesome. Obviously, we need to angle it upright so that it covers what we need to cover. But man, that's a huge deal. Z-fighting is the reason that people use things like asphalt so much, because it shows the least. But man, that's awesome. It's the first time I've confirmed that, done it myself. Hope that helps out some of y'all. Those are only 3. Double ramps are only 3. They look so much better. We're gonna go get them before we start putting down a bunch of roads. Yeah, maybe the truck station's smarter this close. But I don't mind busing. Whatever material's a little bit out of the way. Of course I don't have my tickets. Oh yeah, I never took them out. I think the last time I checked I had at least 17. Which is good, but we need to up that also. Alright, we know we want that. Still really want that. Still really want that. Let's use that too. I needed that a couple times in the canyon. Oh, that'd be nice too, but let's save some points. Let's not go crazy. Yeah, we'll just call it that for now. Oh, I didn't get the other one. Alright, so we need to add them to our R&D floor at some point, but for now, this is pretty self-explanatory. It's just placement to directly attach to walls. And we've unlocked the double ramp. For those who've never seen it. That's how that looks. So you don't have the stair step of the bottom half. So that'll help with our roads. We return. Alright, we're back. We have purchased what we needed. So now actually we're going to set that to, we usually go with the middle one, double ramp. We'll go double ramp 4 meters, mark it 8. So we've now replaced the regular ramp because we'll never use it again, most probably. How far do we go out with that? No, we want one back. Or how do we want to do that? Now my question is, how does that look as a 2? That's not a good way to end that. That looks better to me for some reason. I don't know that it does look better. Go, is that 2 over? Let's just try 1 for now. Yeah, I'm okay with that. A little bit of Z there, but not too bad. Let me move this. You know I like my trees, but you gotta go. Let's see how ramps look with this. Okay, that's okay, but I think I just had a better idea. Oh, and to finish that idea, it'd be something like this. But, now this is going to take a lot longer. If we go up one now, we'll still have that type of border. Yes, that's perfect. Okay, let me do that a bunch of times. I'll be back. And let's see, we can take the wall, we can hold control, replace the top ones. Might be easier from the top. Again, that's just holding control when you place it. Oh, I like that a lot. Alright, so yeah, we're just continuing that all the way down. We're gonna make it like that. For most of the way, we'll probably do a couple tunnels just for access. It'd be easier just to zoop across and then put the 1 meters at the top, but I think if we want the pattern to kind of go with what we have on the top, we want to do stair step like that. Not that we'll see the sides very much, but yep, because then that 1 meter looks like part of this block. and then the one ramp on top. Just a good repeating pattern, so we're going to keep that up. Alright, this is our first road. I'm excited. I never thought of this ramp idea before. I know it's simple, but I've never done it in all my builds. On the ramps, I've always just kind of let go whatever the walls I was using or whatever else I was doing. I just didn't do it for the ramps. So we start here. Fill this till it almost touches. Might not have been the best placement, we'll see. Oh yeah, we just made it. You know, I think I want this to be a little more even. Want it on this side or that side? Yep, I can already tell I like that better. Alright, now I'm just going to finish covering. Actually, I'm really liking the black. And I still haven't really picked a base color for this build. Alright, so I think we have a beginning of a road. Let's get a truck station in here. I like we have that solitary tree. Gotta keep the single trees. Want some turnaround space. What am I clipping with? Alright, so now we officially have 2 truck stations. What do we want to get out of here? Maybe... And what's the in and what's the out? I believe there's arrows. I believe that configuration means it's coming out. It's kind of an arrow pointing outwards. Let's verify that. Yeah. So that signifies out. I guess that signifies in. And then this is your power source that goes in. You feed fuel, and that fuel will reload the vehicles going through if they need it. Come back. When we come back, we're going to connect this up to something. I guess I haven't even decided what yet, but I will. We have the start of the road, so give me a minute, and I'm going to, off camera, just keep on doing this. It's going to take a while, especially with the sides. We'll see how far I get on doing all the sides. And I'll see you in a minute with our first piece of road. Alright, still just building road. And as much as I like to keep a lot of the wildlife, we're not going to keep a poison guy underneath. Oh, right on the leg. Good luck with that. We'll leave the rest. I just don't want one underneath the road. Alright, I'm getting back to it. I'll be back. Okay, so that was about a 2-hour jump. I've been working on this road, trying to get the angles right. The junctions, the turns, they're not perfect, but they're close enough. I'm going to do something like this on some of the edges to try and block it off, but stuff like that. Other than that, I think it's looking pretty good. But now comes the hard part. I'm just kind of showing you the sides, how they look filled out. Hard part though is going to be connecting these two sections. So I finished to there, and from here I'm coming out. So this is going to be the hardest part to get these two. And now it's raining. Come on. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, this is how it'll enter our transportation hub. And it's going to go up this hill, and I figured I'd come back on air just because this is not the easiest of problems. So we got to get the height right, and we got to get the angle right. Or, and this might be what I do, I might just make like a small building over here, like a 3x3 or something. Just to have an easier place to connect in. Okay, well at least the heights match. But that angle is all wrong. So we want to do the same thing. We go out 2, because it is the right height. We haven't switched at an angle though yet. That's alright, if we get up there. So that puts us about 2/3 of a block over. That's not quite enough. Oh, but we also changed the angle. So yeah, let's see where that goes. Man, if there's just a way to split that difference, we gotta find that way. Alright, so that's the grid. 1 meter. Now we rotate. That's that way. Alright, keep getting closer. We need to go, if we can, call that 3/3. We need to go 1/3 over in the arc. Let me try it again, I'll be back. And once again, we want to go higher. That is still just too cool about the Z fighting. I'm going to just keep saying that over and over. Alright, a lot of troubleshooting. But I think this is going to be the one. Yes. Alright, wherever that connects, we're going to make it work. It only took four road placements. Alright, so now we go straight on this one, and wherever they meet, they meet. So that's the extent of how much it doesn't match up. I'm okay with that. That is officially a complete road. It's not, the sides of it aren't finished, but the path is finished. So there's a lot of cleanup left to do. We have over half, I think, of the railing and the sidewalls. But I don't know if I'm going to finish that right now. Because that was a lot of work past couple hours. Alright. So, like I said at the very beginning, this is our unload. For now, we will just put it here. I think I've decided the item I want to bring over here is rotors. Then we can take them down the waterfall in the canyon and meet them up with the stators, and we can have a motor factory next to the stator factory. So we have the unload point. Now we need the load point. Alright, so this is just proof of concept, so we're going to make it messy. We'll fix it later, like we say in all our projects, and then we don't. We will eventually, though. Did that end up being straight? Pretty close to, if not. Alright, we have our input and our output set up. The very last thing we need to do is get a vehicle and make a path. This is our load. Like I said earlier, you have 2 outputs, 2 inputs, and a fuel input. Now here's this thing I was hinting at earlier, is that there is one vehicle that does not need fuel, and it has a very small capacity, but we're going to use it anyways. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Well, came to the wrong place. The one bad thing about the rain is it is kind of loud in the mic. It makes me talk probably louder. Some playthroughs, this is my very first buy. The factory cart. You know what? I wonder if the Cyber Wagon has storage, and if it's also no fuel. You would think it'd be no fuel, considering what it's aping. Where do we keep that? Special? No. I think it's right over here. And the cost? Yeah. Like I said earlier, just press spacebar. Oh, not enough space. Let's prove our point though. Oh wow, it just kept going even after I... Well, that was handy. Alright. The factory cart. The one and only Fix-It factory cart. Now with special Fix-It foundation only grip wheels for an even smoother and faster factory floor experience. So that is the reason we made the road. Without using this, had we have used the sugarcube or the later truck, we could have just, we don't necessarily need a road. They run well on the ground, but the cart works best, really only works on foundations. I love this thing. I love how small it is. I love how goofy you look in it. I love how fast it is comparatively to other things. That's why I usually buy it first thing. I usually buy it before hypertubes and all sorts of other stuff. But in this playthrough, I didn't really want to deal with running foundations all over, so that's why I didn't buy it till now. There I am. Oh, that's great. All right, here we go. Okay, up to 55 miles an hour. It's fun to play in. What's the, I believe there's a horn. Yep, we're running out of time in this episode, so it's an emergency. Alright, this sounds annoying, but that's a shame because I like that light. And to show you, I'm saying it's a good foundation car, and I'm just driving like crap, but see, it spins out a lot. The grip wheels, as they say, they're foundation only. Look at that tiny car. Reminds me of that Simpsons episode with the giant guy in the little car. Alright, enough screwing around. Then you just disassemble it. It goes back into your inventory if you hadn't filled your inventory up. Alright, so we are loaded. They're just coming in with a quickness. Well, 60 per minute. But there's our rotors. Just leave that one for fun. Alright, so we only have one inventory slot, but these can be automated. So let's show you how the paths work. I haven't done this in a very long time. My last playthrough, I did it for a little while, and then I moved to trains. So let's see if I remember. Queue to open record menu, start recording. I believe, whoa, that's not right. Alright. Start recording. So we're going to wait there. I think something like 20 seconds or so. This is when you want to be kind of driving good because this is going to be the path that it drives in autopilot when you're not in it. So we're going to try and stay on the right hand side because we'll have more than one of these running since we're only running one per. And give me a minute, I won't make you watch this whole thing. Oh! Hopefully we can fix that. It's a little squirrely when you go up and down angles, ramps, back to the straights. Now that we have the factory cart, I would like to start the race soon, where we see what's the fastest form of transportation over shortish distances. So now we wait here for the unload cargo area again. And we go. Save path. First cart path. Save it. Alright. There goes our little ghost. Well, he's full. Doesn't take long. Alright, let's get in this one. Load path. First cart path. Load. And Q. Enable autopilot. Get out of it. Alright, we officially have 2 carts running the path. Do they show up in the map? They do. We have our first moving markers. I imagine a fleet of the carts. Now, is there any way to get rid of these path markers? I'm not sure at the moment. Alright, I think we need to end it there because despite all my best efforts, I think we're still going to go along with this episode again. I'm going to try every episode to get back to my 30 and 40 minute times. If the Z-Fighting solution or the factory cart using the pass with no fuel helped you or something you didn't learn, please leave a like and leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. Oh, I love to have automatic carts driving in my world. There's something about it, makes me smile. And if anyone knows how to get rid of these, don't especially like them. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something. And have a good one. See you soon. Never mind. I think I just figured it out. Paths are gone. Have a good one, guys.